Hi, this is Robbie with Warriorspirit-teachings, and today I want to talk with you guys about powerful ways to help heal your anxiety. I want to start everything off with a little prayer. So stick in there with me, or else you can feel free to fast forward a little bit. All right. Tankashala, thank you for this beautiful day. Thank you for all of my experiences that I've had in my life, for my family and my friends. Thank you for my little dog, Stanley. I have a little Cocker Spaniel dog over there. His name is Stanley. He's 13 years old. He's my best. He's my favorite. He's my best friend. Anyways, back to this prayer. Tankashala, thank you for this opportunity to be able to film here today and to hopefully reach out and help people that are suffering with anxiety like I have in the past. So I hope that today I can pass on some good information that can help them out. I pray, Tankashala, that you will look over all of us during this time. Things are pretty heavy and hard on earth right now. I hope that you will bring safety, peace, health, and happiness to everyone that's involved today. I pray that everyone will be safe, healthy, and happy. Thank you, Tankashala. Mitakyo Yase. All right, I just needed to put that out real quick. Okay, so this is actually the third video in my little mini series that I've created for you guys about anxiety. So if you haven't seen the first two videos, definitely go check those out. I'd really appreciate it if you like and subscribe. That will help me to be able to creating content for you guys on this channel. So I'd really appreciate your support if this message resonates with you as well. So, all right, let's get started. So today I actually want to talk about some techniques with you that I found that were really helpful and helped me a lot with anxiety. So the first thing I actually want to talk about is guided meditation. So if some of you guys haven't heard about it, you definitely should check it out. Guided meditation is really awesome because, you know, when you're in the state of anxiety, your mind is going 100 miles an hour, and it's really hard to slow that down and to get into control of that. And so I am recommending you try guided meditation. So what that is you have a meditation facilitator that, you know, is talking and going through the words, and you go along with it and you listen to it. And it's really nice to be able to do that, because then you're able to concentrate on the words that are going. And then there's always like really nice, like peaceful, soft music in the background. And it's just really great. And so that's one of the things that I used a lot when I had really bad anxiety at certain points in my life. And yeah, I just put in my headphones, put in my headphones, and then just relax into it and go along with it. And it's really nice because they have you do some deep breathing, and then they just like, you know, run you through a guided meditation. And there's different types of meditations out there, from, you know, actually just trying to calm down from anxiety or to prevent you from having a panic attack. There's meditations geared up for that. There are also meditations for depression, for grieving, dealing with hard emotions. Gosh, I mean, there's just so many kinds out there. So I definitely would recommend taking a look at those. I mean, there are so many great meditation gurus is what I call them. I don't know their official titles, but I mean, to me, they're meditation gurus. I mean, they're amazing. And so I will actually link in the bottom, in the description box, some amazing guided meditations for you guys to check out. So one of my favorite people that does guided meditations is Stephenson, and I came across him, gosh, it was probably like 5 or 6 years ago, and let me tell you, like, his voice is the most soothing voice I probably have heard on the planet. He's from Australia and has this wonderful, amazing, like, Australian accent, and his voice is so soft and soothing, and the music is great, and the things that he says, and he's such a great person from what I have heard from him. I mean, he has done a lot to try to help people that are in need, you know, people that are poor, that, you know, that are like homeless is what I should say. And, you know, he's created like little things to help them along, because, you know, maybe you don't know, but maybe some of you do know that oftentimes when people are homeless, it has to do with mental health. There might be some kind of, you know, mental, not disability, but, you know, some kind of issue going on there that they're struggling with. And I'm not saying that everybody's like that, but a lot of the people that are homeless deal with anxiety, depression, bipolar, you know, schizophrenia. I mean, it's just a wide variety, and it's sad because a lot of times they can't get help or they can't afford the medications and things like that. And so one of the things I really appreciated about Stephenson is he actually created these little MP3 players, and he filled them with some of his guided meditations, and he just started handing them out to people on the street. I thought, wow, that's an amazing way to really give back. So anyway, he has a very good heart, and his heart is definitely in it. So I would recommend checking him out. He is one of my favorites. Another meditation that I would definitely recommend you to check out is by the Late Blooming Lightworker. And it's a root chakra balancing meditation, and I'll link it in the description below, so definitely check that out. Gosh, I have found that really helps me. If there's times that I have a lot of anxiety, say I'm heading to a big important meeting, or I don't know, a job interview, or whatever type of thing that could give you anxiety, I have often like rolled out my yoga mat and then just sat there and did that guided meditation and went through all the steps and trying to balance your root chakra, and it's amazing. So definitely check that out. But like I said, there are so many different types of guided meditations out there, so I would check them out. They help a lot, tremendously. So the next technique I would mention that helps with healing anxiety is meditation. You know, and the reason I talked about guided meditation first is because it's often so, well, it's not often, it is extremely hard if you have been in an anxious state and almost at a panic attack state. It is so hard to get your mind to settle down. It's going 100 miles an hour. So to be told to just meditate, to me, that seems impossible. And it does take a while, and it takes a lot of training to be able to shut down your mind. However, meditation is a super important practice. And so maybe you can kind of step down by, if you're in a really high anxious state, try the guided meditation to bring you down to a normal state. And then when you're like feeling better, then try to go into meditation itself. And you know, there again, you can learn different techniques all over YouTube, all over the internet, of like how to meditate. But essentially it's, you know, you can do it in a quiet room if you would like, but you need to do it in a quiet, like comfortable, safe spot where there isn't a lot of noise, you aren't being distracted. I like to put on some calming music, and of course I love music, and so I have actually put some links below. So check those out of my favorite meditation music. So anyway, but what I was going to say is when you're meditating, be kind and compassionate with yourself, and don't expect yourself to be like, like a Buddhist monk or something out there, in their outfit, and they're out there on a hillside. No, that's just something I envision in my mind. But, like where they spend majority of their, days and time in their life, like meditating, it's not going to happen like that. It takes time. So you have to like really be patient with yourself. And all meditation is just like letting go and releasing those thoughts. Letting go of that narrative, the story that your mind is playing. You might be sitting there and then thinking like, oh man, I'm really hungry. Maybe I should go down to the store and pick something up for dinner. If you think like that, then that's natural. So don't get upset yourself, but then just bring it back. And then just, if you have to, sometimes it helps to just like focus on maybe just a little affirmation, like, I am calm. So anytime that you start to wander off, your brain starts to wander off, just bring it back to I am calm, and listening to the music and breathing. And so it takes a lot of time and effort. So, start small. Like, don't expect yourself to come and sit down for an hour and just ace it like that. It takes time. So if you can only give yourself 5 minutes a day, that's fine. So go to 5 minutes, then 10 minutes, and then longer, however long you need. But the point is to get really still, because when you're still and you're meditating and you're letting those thoughts go, because that's what anxiety is as well. It's a racing mind, and all of you have felt that, I'm sure, if you've ever struggled with anxiety. Your mind is going 100 miles an hour, and so you're letting those thoughts go away. And then you bring it back to that little statement, I am calm. And then say you go off into another train of thought. You're worried about this project. You're worried about this deadline, this bill. Just examples. Then you bring it back to I am calm, focusing again on your breathing and focusing on the music. So meditation is great. And the reason why, like scientifically, it's amazing for you and your brain and for your nervous system is that it's the closest we can get to the alpha state. So the alpha state is, one of the calmest states that our brain can be in. And so typically you have to be asleep to be able to be into that calm of a state. But meditation allows you to get there. And then, of course, when you're at your calmest state, then your nervous system also reacts. Your nervous system will start to quiet down and relax and balance out. So it's amazing. It's really great for you. So I definitely suggest, looking into that and giving meditation a shot. The next technique that I want to talk about is yoga. And I am a huge fan of yoga. And to tell you the truth, I wasn't a huge fan of yoga in the very beginning. I remember learning about it yoga's been around forever. But I remember in my life personally, hearing about it when, I was probably in middle school, high school, something like that. But I just never thought anything of it. I thought that, if you want to work out or something like that, you have to go run, go run miles, go run on the treadmill, go lift weights, go do some strenuous activity or something to be able to lose weight. And, it took me, it was about 4 or 5 years ago now, where I was really struggling with some bad anxiety. And I was trying all these methods to try to get myself to feel better, and yoga is one of the things that I stumbled across again in my life. But this time I decided to give it a shot, and I am so glad that I did, because yoga is just like an active meditation. Because the facilitator, typically they'll help you correlate your breathing with your movements. And so it's all about like the timing of the breathing and the movements and moving your body around. And it's amazing because when you do that, you're actually releasing those emotions that get stored in your muscles, which sounds like really crazy, but it's actually true. And I've experienced firsthand. So don't be alarmed if you're out there trying a yoga routine and say you're going through some really tough emotions and you do a couple stretches, and then next thing you know, you're crying, because it's a release. So, and I'm not a person that cries very often. I've had to literally teach myself how to cry, because it just wasn't allowed in our family to really cry and to do that, which now I've totally learned that that's not the case. So allow yourself to cry. Doesn't mean you're weak if you let yourself cry at all. It's healthy, it's important, it's a huge part of the healing process. It's to release those emotions, which is helping you with your anxiety. Because that's, like they said on the previous video, all anxiety is distorted emotions. So if you hadn't listened to my previous video, I definitely recommend clicking over there and checking that out, because that will help you a lot to understand the basis of what anxiety really is. So back to yoga. So one of the, in my opinion, one of the best yoga instructors out there is Yoga with Adriene, and she's amazing. I mean, she has so many different videos out there, and what I love is she explains everything. So you don't have to, you don't have to be a yoga pro, or have done it ever before. You literally can be a beginner to watch her videos and go along with her, because she explains everything, and she'll explain how to like get in different poses. And if your body isn't flexible enough, I love it that she doesn't shame you. She says, it's okay, just take it easy and let's try this modified version. So it's really great because she walks you right through it. And then she also makes sure and always reminds you to breathe, because a lot of times if you get to going and you're stretching and it's starting to kind of be a little stiff, it's starting to burn, you kind of tend to hold your breath. And it's great because she reminds you, breathe through it. That's how you're going to release the tension of your muscles, is through your breath. So it's really great. I've learned so much from her. So I'm going to put some links to some of her videos down below as well. Oh, and then one more thing about yoga that I was going to say is yoga is an amazing workout. Like I was saying, how I typically used to work out was, running and lifting weights and things like that, and just working really hard, and honestly, maybe even too hard on my body at times. And what's great is yoga it's low impact, it's low impact on those joints, those bones, and then it's calming and it's soothing, and it's about breathing. And it's crazy because you burn calories definitely when you're doing it. Some of the best times in the best shape that I've been in was when I was doing yoga a lot. So definitely I'd recommend that for all those reasons. So another tip for you guys as far as powerful ways to help you heal your anxiety would be sleep. And I know you're probably thinking sleep, what? But honestly, it's true. So we need between 7 and 10 hours of sleep. Granted, every individual is different. You know, people like to make fun of me, but I need my beauty sleep. So there are times that I need 10 hours of sleep a night. You know what? Don't let people shame you. It's okay. If you need 10 hours of sleep at night, you get that, okay? But it's important to find out what your body needs so that, you know, you feel refreshed and restored and you're ready to continue on with your next day. The reason that sleep is so important for you is because you need to completely let your body just relax and be at rest, because there's important processes that happen while you're asleep. You have to get to a certain deep sleep state for your organs to detoxify, for your cells to regenerate, all these types of things. And so it is so important. If you want to help heal your anxiety, get the proper amount of sleep that your body needs every night. Because, you know, I know it's hard. There's times that, you know, you're so busy, you're busy with work, you have a lot on your mind. Maybe, you know, it's hard just to even get to sleep. I personally don't struggle with that, thank God. But I know a lot of people, they'll be like, I'm tired, I'm going to go to sleep. So they lay in bed, but then they lay in bed for hours because their minds are just crunching and they just can't get them to stop. And so they end up going to sleep like 2 to 3 hours later, and they might only get like 4 or 5 hours of sleep at night. And that's extremely unhealthy for your body. Because like I said, it's so important that you get that amount of sleep, at least 7 hours, so that your body can detox, cleanse, and rejuvenate. So some tips for you guys as far as like helping you sleep if you have issues trying to get to bed at night. Would be definitely listening to some calming music. So try out some of those links that I am going to be posting below. There are some amazing artists that have created these tracks that are like, you know, between 8 to 10 hours long. So you can either just put it on low on your stereo or something next to your bed, or put it in your earphones. I mean, I've done that when I'm really like amped up and I can't go to sleep right away, like, and I need to. So I'll just put it on low and put it in my headphones and go to sleep. If you have a hard time getting to sleep at night, I would suggest using lavender essential oil. Diffuse that in your bedroom. It does wonders. It's amazing. But I would definitely make sure that if you do lavender, use a lavender essential oil that has no chemicals in it. So it's really hard to check that out. Typically you need to go with brands that are a little bit purer, like doTERRA, Young Living, those higher brands. Yeah, they cost more, but they're 100% essential oil. Because a lot of the brands that you can get in the department stores of essential oils actually are made out of part of the essential oil, the pure essential oil, and the rest is a synthetic oil. So that can be really hazardous for your lungs, for yourself, your family, your pets. So I definitely would recommend making sure that it's a pure 100% essential oil that you do use. But that's amazing. And so I would definitely give those a shot. Granted, there are so many different types of essential oils out there that can really help you with sleeping as well. Another amazing oil to use to help you with sleep is called Breathe. It's by doTERRA, and it is so amazing. It has peppermint, eucalyptus, wintergreen, letiza, and a few other things. But what's great about it is it helps aid your respiratory system. So you can use it on your chest, kind of like Vicks, and then you can use it in the diffuser or put it in the bottom of your feet. So it's really great, and I highly recommend it, especially if you're a strong snorer, like somebody I know. So if you are a hard snorer, that definitely helps. That's funny. The snorer isn't me, but it might be my boyfriend. So he can snore quite a bit. So sorry, babe. But if you put this on your feet, I mean, it does wonders. So, and then of course, like natural things, they take a little while to build up and get into your system and start working. They're not as fast as prescription drugs, because prescription drugs are just like boom, and then it's active. But, you know, I'm not going to go into all that, but I would go into like natural things are just so much better for your body. So give it a shot, and it's really great. It'll help you sleep so much better, and you'll feel so much more refreshed, because when you're snoring at night, it's your breathing patterns actually being messed up. And so you're not able to have that restful of a sleep. And then plus, you know, you wake up with the whole dry mouth and sore throat and everything like that. And so I have noticed that it really helps people to get a better sleep at night. And I will actually put links below if you want to be able to get a hold of some oils that help you with your sleeping. And they are 100% pure. So I will put that below as well. You know, another thing that I would suggest too to help you to go to sleep at night is to listen to a guided sleep meditation. And Jason Stephenson, he does some amazing sleep guided meditations as well. And there's some other great people out there too. So I'll put some links below too, and you can check those out. I mean, they have the calming, soothing music. They even, like, in the beginning bring you through, kind of like have you do deep breathing, focus on different parts of your body, different muscles, and like kind of tense them and relax them. And the music is so calming, and the words, I mean, it's just amazing. And you can put that on low and put that in your earphones or on your stereo next to your bed, and that will help you go to sleep really fast as well if you're having a hard time. Another option would be to listen to some adult sleep stories. And when I came across this, I was like, what? You know, because I mean, you know, when you're a little kid, your parents come and they sit on your bed and they read you a little story and you go to sleep and it's so comfy. Well, then when you grow up, nobody does that for you anymore. And I was like, damn. No, I'm just kidding. But these adult sleep stories, they're pretty neat. So there's this guy that does some amazing ones, and his name is Dan Jones, and he's also on YouTube. So I'll throw his links down below too. And it's really neat because he has amazing calming music in the background, and then he has a nice soothing calming voice as well. And you can just put that on in your earphones, headphones. Maybe I'll just start anything. Put those in your earphones on low, and then give that a shot. And it's really neat. So like I said, I'll put the link below, and there's so many different types of stories that he goes through. And, you know, they can be from a few hours to like 7 hours. So, I mean, if you're the kind of person that really has a hard time going to sleep, it's amazing that these people have put together these long productions to like help people that struggle with sleeping and to keep it going. So then when they go to sleep, it doesn't just cut off. Like there's still some light music or talking in the background that keeps them asleep, you know, without disrupting everything and waking them back up. So anyway, yeah, that's basically everything that I wanted to share with you today. I mean, those things really helped me out, so I would definitely give those a shot. And let me know what you guys think. Tell me in the comments. Make sure and like and subscribe if this stuff was helpful for you. And I would just definitely give it a shot. So thank you so much, and I hope you have a wonderful day.